Thank you. Konbanwa and good evening, everybody. Also, a very warm welcome from my side. I'm very, very happy that you find the time beside your busy schedule to come to here tonight to have the first approach and a first meeting in 2019 to us together. I think this is highly appreciated. So thank you very much also from my side. I just want to go briefly today with you through about what has happened in 2018. I also then look what is our plan for 2019 to give you a little bit of guidance of what we will do and what we will proceed over the next years and also in particular of 2019. Now, but first, have a look at 2018, what has happened, and I want to give you a bit of information about our figures and what we have done. And as I can show you, my first appearance was in September at the launch of our A8 and A7 sport bag. Truly a fantastic opportunity for me to step in as the new president and show you our flagship models. The A8 is the sedan, and the most sporty premium coupe for us is the A7 Sportback. And this was truly amazing for us and a good opportunity to show what Audi is capable of. And so far I can tell you already the sales result for these two models, the launch has been extremely successful for us, and we're overachieving our numbers in the first 5 months. So this has been an extraordinary result for us. In September also, we had the Charge, what we call, and this was a world premiere for us. We have introduced our all-new e-tron, the first fully electric vehicle. And I think this is certainly a milestone. And for me as a new president, and also have now the opportunity to launch this car in the market, in the Japanese market. And this is of course an amazing event for us that is coming up in the next year. Or in this year actually, and I think this is mind-breaking. And of course, I think some of you already had the opportunity to test drive this car, and so far what I've seen from the results has been truly amazing, what we can see. Something else which is very important for us was we've launched Audi On Demand, and this was our reaction of different social trends and media, and this is how we reacted on this, and we launched something, and it has been also a very positive feedback from the market, and so far we can see that it's been taken up by customers, and customers do like it and perceive with this, and this is our response of how and what we think about car sharing, and some of you maybe experienced this, so this is also something that we want to continue and want to develop further in the Japanese market. Now, highlights in 2018. I also want to, of course, what is important, I would like to share with you our sales result and our actual figures of how we finished off the year. As you can see, after a story of success, we took a hit in 2018. And the reason why we took a hit, because of the changeover in testing cycles. We have the new WLTP in the market, and of course this has caused in Europe some major significant changes of our production, and this of course has caused delays in various markets around the globe. And as you can see here, Europe has taken a big hit, but in China we continuously grow. We still continue our success story, have more than double-digit growth, 11%, almost 11% on growth. This is truly a remarkable result, and the result has been mainly driven by A3 and an A4 long wheelbase, which is clearly something very suitable for the Chinese market. Sales in 2018, we also went in Japan backwards. The reason for that, as I've mentioned earlier, is the WLTP. This is, of course, also for us significant delays. Until the mid of the year, we were clearly ahead of previous year, until we found ourselves in a situation that we struggle to get the required production. So really an unfortunate situation, because we started off the year to improve our performance and also to get on the ranking on the table on a global scale for the most important markets at Audi AG higher. Unfortunately, this was not possible. one story of success, and I think and Nakahara-san and his team also worked very, very hard in order to deliver the results, was our Audi Sport performance. And here we delivered more than 1,000 cars, exactly 1,017 cars. And this is due to RS3 and RS5 Coupe, which we have launched in the market. So truly a fantastic result. And we are number one in the Asia-Pacific region. And I think this is something that we want to continue. We want to continue on further growth also here, because these are the image and prestige models that we would like to continue selling also in the future. As we call it Audi Approved Plus, we are ahead. And I think this is also a story of success where we, in shortest time, we doubled our sales. We came from 6,000, now going into 12,650 cars, and we still want to continue with the volume, and we still want to continue with this growth because it's a major pillar of our success. And as you know, if you want to sell a new car, you have to be able to sell appropriately used cars. Now, what is important maybe for you and what we are very proud and what we are focused on in the next years is our product offensive. And I can tell you and I can promise you for 2019 we continue with a lot of models. As you can see here, I think A6 is something that we will launch in the first quarter. As you can see here, our RS4, something that is really close to my heart because it's ultimative sports performance and a sheer pleasure to drive. Q8 will come also in the third quarter of this year, a completely new car for a segment for us. And of course, the A1, which you all may be familiar with, will be completely reworked and a completely new model will come. And of course, which you've mentioned before, the e-tron. Not leaving alone and not forgetting our Audi TT, which will also come new. So you can see we start with a big push of new models into the market, and I think that should give us the credibility and the confidence also to going for new record high and new dimensions. Now let's talk about the RS4. As I've mentioned before, this is certainly something, this is the first Japanese version. This is the first car in the market, and we air freighted it to share with you today. And please have later on a close look, and please also do the test drives. And I think you will be thrilled and amazed of the performance of the car. Talking about some figures about the car, it's a 3-liter V6 bi-turbo engine. And of course, with 650 horsepower and 600 Newton meters, which is 170 Newton meters more than the previous model, accelerating in 4.1 seconds from 0 to 100, below 12 million. And this is something clearly where we're hitting the market, and I think we're hitting the nail on its head in order to bring this car into the market at the right time. Something you have waited for, something that we want to deliver, something that we worked on. And this is, of course, our TDI. And we start the TDI range, and we will continue with this, but we start with it in a Q5. The Q5, as a quattro engine, which is suitable for this market, also in the snowy condition, 190 horsepower engine, a 7-speed S-tronic gearbox, which you're familiar with, and of course, quattro engine, as I've mentioned. Clearly, ladies and gentlemen, it's a clean diesel. And this is something we're all excited of this car to bring it to the market because we see a lot of potential of this car in the market. Something, of course, which we also come up with, the A6. It's all new, it's completely reworked. And I think what is important is here, we dropped a lot of features in terms of safety and comfort from the flagship, from the A7 and the A8. And this is something that we are bringing this car very quickly in the second quarter to the market. So here also we are excited, and we also think that will drive our volume significantly in 2019. Q8, a completely new segment for us. And as you can imagine, as a D-segment car, I think it gets a lot of technologies from A8 and A7, which we can see here. Clearly, this product is to deliver conquest sales. We're clearly eating here in our competitor segment, and we are confident that we can make some significant impact. And this will also underline our strategy to uplift our sales. And this is also what we work with our network and the teams together to uplift our sales also in the C and D segment. A1, I think something very, very suitable for the Japanese market. And you will see it looks much more sportier. It has a digitalized cockpit, so you will see it will be state of the art, and it's also combining what you will see later on, our connectivity that we are emphasizing in the Japanese market will be also find here in this model. So this is something that we really focusing on. e-tron, I think I've mentioned it. And I think what is important here is the car has a range of more than 400 kilometers, and it can deliver more than 400 brake horsepower, and it accelerates in 5.7 seconds from 0 to 100. So, and the feedback from media and from press has been, it's been phenomenal, quiet, and extreme comfort ride. And I think also we will get this car ASAP into the market so that you can experience and test drive this product. I think another thing which is our core pillar is our network, and network strategy is something that I need to work with the team very close on, because we are investing quite a lot. Because what we want to do is we want to increase our touch points together with our dealers. So we're increasing our network, and we have done it in 2018, and we will continue. 18 billion yen went 2018 into upgrade our network. Upgrade into CI, CD. And this shows you that there's a lot of confidence from our side and from our dealer side to invest into the future and invest into the Audi brand. And we will continue. 2 more dealerships that we will introduce and we will bring into the central region. And of course, 10 more dealerships that we will renew, because we think it is extremely important for us to have this touch point with our customers and make them state of the art, and also bring them to digitalization and to the new requirements of the market. So here another 10 billion yen will be invested into the network this year. On the same side as Audi approved, we will also continue here increasing our network, expanding it in order to drive our sales and also make more customers and giving more touch points and make more customers happy. I think this is something, because we see a big demand also for used car in this market. And of course, being a retailer myself, I think what is important is training the dealers, because this is where the customer comes to. This is where the first contact is made. And we have to strengthen our training, we have to enlarge it, we have to do going into product training. Product is an extreme important thing, as you've seen with all the model launches. And of course, technical service. And of course, what is important for us is customer treatment. We have to make sure that we are overachieving customer expectation. I know from my experience that Japan is very demanding. Customers are very demanding, and we have to deliver this kind of quality. Customer centricity, and this is something that is really important, where it all comes together. We have to make sure that we understand the customer. We have to make sure that we listen to our customer, and that we notice when he raises his voice that we are listening to that. And clearly here we have to train and educate our dealers, and also we have to make sure that our dealers and our relationship with our customer is strengthened and is getting more loyal. Because the most expensive experience that we always find is losing customers. Digital tools, of course, we will also, we all know that we are going digital, and this is an important thing, and we have to create an ownership experience. This is vitally important when a customer comes to into our dealerships. And of course, at the moment, we can do online bookings with Shaken and Tekken. This is something that we do. We do the Audi Cam, where you can see on your smartphone how is the service going on of my car. And this is all done in order to align closer with our customers and bring them back to our network and make sure that they stay loyal and make sure that they feel confidence on what they spend and that they also have spent on the right car. And of course, one big topic on digital is also Audi On Demand, which we clearly continue to focus on. And of course, we're working on side products because what the customer wants, he wants a hassle-free solution. He wants to sign one contract, including that he knows what is guaranteed when he returns the car, that there's a guaranteed future value program, and that he also has, of course, a warranty and a warranty insurance, and also a service maintenance package. Because these customers don't have much time, and they just want to have a quick and easy solution of what they purchase. So this is a holistic approach where we need our dealers, our organization, and of course our customers in order to drive the business forward. Now, this is the main pillars of 2019. And I just went quickly through. There's of course a lot of work and a lot of thinking behind it of what we do, but I'm confident that we come back very quickly to 30,000 cars. And I'm confident that we are achieving in the next years to come a new record high. And I'm also confident that we are aiming and that we can deliver a 40,000 car plan. And this is what we're working on. And 2019 will be a starting point for us, where we do also a lot of changes. And I think this is important and it's good and that we can share this with you here tonight. I also want to align a little bit before I close our global strategy and where we're also working on simultaneously. We have 3 core pillars, and I mentioned them already at the A8 and A7 launch. Sustainability, digitalization, and of course urbanization. And Audi stands for AI, which means artificial intelligence, autonomous driving. We still focus on this. And as you've seen with the A8, we've launched a car that has a high level of level 2 autonomous driving. And in some markets and some areas, we are already going beyond this. And this is something that we focus on a global scale, and we also focus on this in the Japanese market. My Audi is certainly where we connect you or the customer with the car. From the outside with your smartphone, a lot of functions can be used on your smartphone. And from the inside, when you sit in the car, that you have the opportunity to surf the internet, to do things when passengers are streaming things and utilizing this. So this is certainly something where we connect our customers closer in our cars. And of course, e-tron. I think I've mentioned it, but this is something where we're going emission-free mobility. This is something that we also want to emphasize in the next years and the next years to come. Just to allow you to say that by 2025, 30% of our global sales at Audi AG will be electrified cars. And I think this is a strategy that has to start now and implementing at all levels. At our dealership, at our national sales company, and at Audi AG. Just to give you a little bit of an outlook of what we are working on our brand vision. I think I've touched on the autonomous driving. I also touched maybe on the 25th hours, because autonomous driving, which is getting more and more, you can take your hands off, giving you the extra hour to work on while you're driving in the car. And this is the 25th hour. And then, of course, pop up next, which is a cooperation with Airbus and Italian design, that we have a program of future mobility, driving and flying combined in one car. So this is something that we are looking for. And then the HoloRide, just recently we launched in Las Vegas at the CES, a completely new experience for people, passenger in the car, to experience holograms, having virtual glasses on, to experience a completely new dimension of entertainment. So this is something also that we will work on. Thank you. I think for us, we want to continue on being number 10 market for Audi globally, and I think that is something that we are able to do, and I count on your support. Thank you for your support. You've supported me very well on my first few months, and also the company, and thank you very much. And I look forward that you do that also in the future. Thank you very much.